Hey, what's up, spooky fam? Today's video is one that I admittedly started working on in 2022. And I just kind of got sidetracked, and I saw this in my notebook and I figured we should get back into this kind of, you guys know I love anthologies, and instead of recommending anthologies as a whole, I just kind of want to highlight some of my favorite anthology segments. And so many other anthologies have come out since I started working on this video that I absolutely fell in love with. So today, okay, firstly, this video is going to be split up into about 4 parts throughout. I'm not going to give a definitive timeline, but there probably will be about 4 or 5 parts to the series. But today we're just going to talk about 5 horror anthology segments that I really love and would recommend on their own as short films. I hope this maybe turns you guys on to anthologies more. If you guys aren't really a fan of them, I've mentioned I feel like they just kind of give directors a chance to show us what they got in short form content, or show us what they can contribute to a bigger picture, and I really like that. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links down below if you'd like to see any more or support the channel any further. I know a lot of you are not huge fans of the ABCs of Death, but one of my favorite segments is from the ABCs of Death 2 from 2014, and that is Z is for Zygote, directed by Chris Nash. A pregnant woman is left by her husband, who leaves her quote-unquote midwife route to prevent the baby from being born. 13 years later, the woman is still pregnant, and the child is now fully grown and can speak. And I genuinely think this is one of the most grotesque and disgusting displays of body horror, and I think it is so effective. And if you just suspend your disbelief a little bit, it's a very effective short. I don't know, I don't have that motherly desire. I don't have the desire to want to have a child, but seeing a fully grown person inside of another person, just that makes me not want a child even more, you know? Moving on to what I think is probably one of the most underrated anthologies ever, that is XX from 2017, and this is the segment The Birthday Party, directed by Annie Clark. A woman is having a birthday party for her daughter, but finds her husband dead in his home office. Instead of calling the police, she hides the body. The alternate title for this is actually quite hilarious and shocking. The memory Lucy suppressed from her 7th birthday that wasn't really her mom's fault, even though her therapist says it's probably why she fears intimacy. That's a hell of an alternate title, but this short film is literally like the worst kind of childhood trauma to... I'm gonna like spoil it for you because I want to like rope you into this. Like dad dies, mom puts the dad in a giant like costume, like a whole, I think it's a panda costume, and sits it at the birthday party for the children, and then the children discover it is the dad, lifeless, inside of the mascot costume. And I think that is genuinely one of the most shocking things you could put in, I don't know, an anthology. It's short, it's a short idea, it's short and sweet, but holy crap is it disturbing. Another short that is actually quite disturbing is Halloween School Bus Massacre from TrickOrTreat from 2009. Michael Dougherty did all the shorts for the film, so much praise. But this one specifically is a group of parents tired of taking care of their disabled children, pay their bus driver to kill them. The driver chained the children to their seats, intending to drive into a lake. It is just a horrific, like, thing to have to think about. And once again, short, sweet, also scary as hell and very disturbing. If you guys have seen Trick or Treat, I feel like it's kind of a Halloween staple by now. That is probably the most disturbing short in that segment in the whole thing, for me at least. I think the common theme with all of these segments that I am kind of talking about in this part here is that they're all quite disturbing, and that is what I gravitate towards. That is what I want to be disturbed. I want to be grossed out. I don't know, I'm kind of a sicko, but I feel like I'm just so desensitized. I've been through so much real life horror that this kind of, like, I'm just looking to see what's out there. I don't know at this point. You guys watch disturbing films, or like, you guys get the vibe, you know. But moving on, another super underrated anthology, and that is Southbound from 2015. We're talking about the segment The Accident, directed by David Bruckner, who is really making his name in horror. A man driving a car with headphones in is talking to his wife on the phone. Distracted, he does not see the girl in the road he hit. After calling 911, he is directed to an empty hospital where he needs to perform life-saving surgery alone. And there is like a scene where he has to like, I'm doing this all from memory here. I'm pretty sure that he has to like grasp her lung or like grip the lung or something and like squeeze, and that just makes me have like full body like reaction. And I don't know, he's like working her like a puppet, and if you guys have seen it, there's a lot of I don't knows in this video for me because I just don't know how to explain myself and my taste. Anyways, I just think Southbound as an anthology is so good. The whole story just wraps around.
I think I'll do a wrap around.
The whole story just wraps around so perfectly, and I don't know, I think it's wonderful. I think it's such a good anthology, and you guys should check it out if you haven't. I did a whole video on it. I'm gonna leave it linked down below. Okay, we're going back to the ABCs of Death 2 for this one, actually. I'm lying, it's ABCs of Death 2.5. Not as good as the first two installments, but I did do videos on all three, which seem to be gaining some traction, so thank you guys. But let's talk about M is for Make Believe from the ABCs of Death 2.5, directed by Summer Johnson. Two girls stumble upon a dead body and cover it in fairy dust. Glitter. Two men later arrive and remove the corpse. When the girls return in the morning, they think they caused the... Like I said, I don't want to have kids, but if I was a parent and my kid maybe came home and said, oh, there was a body outside and I covered it in glitter and now it's gone, that would be shocking for me as a parent. And I feel like putting myself in those shoes, that's why that short is so effective for me. It's also just like watching such innocence happen where innocence shouldn't be happening. It's juxtaposed so well that it feels icky and it feels disturbing. So on that note, that was 5 anthology segments that I really love, with I guess the common theme of them being quite disturbing. People don't really like the ABCs of Death films, and I really love them. Like I said, I just feel like it gives you an insight, like anthologies in general just give you such a small window into who a director is and what they can do, and I love that. I love it so much. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what any of your favorite anthology segments are, because I would love to know. I would love to know. Yeah, I will see you guys soon. Sayonara, Spooky fam.